MECFS doesn't respond to perfection. Surprise, surprise. It doesn't reward effort, discipline, or careful planning in the way other parts of life might do. Trying to get it right often creates more pressure than clarity. Hello, I am Amy Amaya and I live with MECFS. Here we talk about the small things that make this condition easier to navigate. Welcome to my channel. For a long time, I approached MECFS the same way I approach everything else in my life, with precision, structure, and a quiet expectation that if I work hard enough, I could manage it well. I tried to pace perfectly. I tried to rest perfectly. I tried to anticipate every symptom so nothing caught me out of guard. It didn't work. I definitely misunderstood the nature of this illness, and I kept applying the mindset that had helped me, let's say, succeed in other areas without realizing that MECFS doesn't follow those rules. What finally clicked was noticing how much pressure I was putting on myself to be a good patient, as if perfection could protect me from setbacks. It couldn't. It only made the experience heavier, more difficult, and way more frustrating. MECFS requires a different way of living. It asks for flexibility, not precision. It asks for receptiveness, not performance. And people often assume if they manage every single detail carefully, they will stay ahead of symptoms. What is actually happening is that the body needs space, not control. The more tightly you try to manage it, the more reactive it becomes. And we kind of attract PEM every time we try to control stuff. Now, you might try loosening your grip on one area where you have been aiming for perfection. Choose something small, maybe the way you pace, or the way you rest, or the way you structure your day. Instead of trying to follow your plan exactly, give yourself permission to adjust without feeling like you have failed or you are not following your plan. In practical terms, this might look like resting earlier than planned without analyzing it, without feeling guilty, or without getting frustrated. It might also look like shortening an activity without rewriting your whole schedule for the day, or like letting a symptom be inconsistent without trying to find the meaning behind that. Just let it be. This is not about lowering your standards as a person. It's about reducing the internal pressure that keeps your system on high alert. It should feel calmer, gentle, kind with yourself. This helps because perfection creates tension, and tension drains capacity. When you stop trying to manage every single detail, your body has more room to stabilize. You are no longer spending energy on self-monitoring and also not on self-judgment. So this also supports emotional resilience. Good news, now, finally. Anyways, when you allow yourself to be imperfect, you are acknowledging the reality of the illness instead of fighting it. And that little honesty here with yourself reduces the mental load and makes a little bit easier to respond to your body's signals. It helps you see what actually matters. You start to notice which adjustments generally support your system and which ones were driven by pressure. So please remember, you don't have to manage this illness perfectly. You only have to meet it with honesty and some sort of acceptance. If this helped you, you can stay with me for the next one. We'll take it one step at a time. Ciao, ciao.